Welcome each and every one of you. My name is Captain Willy. Aha! And let me thank each and every one of you for joining us and supporting our love of creating theatre. I would like to take a moment to introduce this evening's show, MURDARRGH! You are all here as fearsome pirates you are, and you're joining our cast of mangy mates gathered here today at the Pirates Council to elect a new leader. That's right, our old pirate leader, Blackbeard, was lost at sea, and someone is bound to share his fate. This mystery was written by the Murder Mystery Company and adapted and directed by Konrad Custer. Arr! Arr! Ah!
Arr!
Hard as we can.
Ahoy, you mangy cutthroats! Where is that end, Bonny? Yes, sir! Let's start this thing off!
Cutthroats! Welcome to the Pirates Council meeting. Quiet down, quiet down. If you're all ready for the sacred meeting to get started, let me hear you say, "Oh!" All you pirates know why we're here tonight. We have to choose a new leader of the council. We have just lost our old captain's captain, Blackbeard. God rest his soul. He's gone to his watery grave. 3 months ago, we all remember he fell off in a storm at sea. His ship and crew, unfortunately, didn't notice in time, so he's down there keeping Davy Jones company. But we must press on, as there are still plenty of ships to steal and booty to loot. And you, as the assembled crew of our ships, will get to vote for the new Pirate Captain of Captains. Now, audience, I need you all to turn off your microphones. Turn them on so we can hear you say "R" on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. R! It was incredibly disappointing. So I'd like to give that one more try on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. The enthusiasm I expect to see from a group of pirates. Now, before we get this party started, we do need to go over a few rules and regulations. Number 1, everyone here in attendance today will get a vote towards who will be our new captain's captain. Number 2, the captain with the most votes will become our captain's captain. And the captain's captain will win their choice of available ships. Yarr! Now, very important. If anyone should be murdered here today, there are a few guidelines we must follow. If there should be a murder, there ain't been one yet, but with this group of bloodthirsty pirates, it's pretty safe to say there will be. Now, you're all here to solve this murder that may not have happened yet, and there is only going to be one true killer tonight, not multiple killers teaming up or anything like that. None of you know who this true killer is. Any one of these pirates could die, and I don't think I need to tell you twice that each and every one of these suspects could have done this gruesome crime.
Well, you go on and on, Jan. We just want to know who the captain's captain is. It looks to me like there are a lot of scurvy curs here that want to be our leader, and I don't know all of them. I say, let's meet these pirates here this evening.
All right, you are Long John. Scurvy sleuths, now might be a great time to start taking notes as we meet all of our suspects. And why don't I go first? Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Bonny, but there are those who call me Bonny, Bonny. I grew up as a girl on a small farm in Ireland, and I had nothing to look forward to except a lifetime of milking cows and perhaps marrying into a bit of money. Now, I didn't take to that very kindly. I thought I wanted a life of adventure, so I ran off and joined a pirate ship, working my way up from scullery maid to deckhand to master gunner. And now I do believe, although there are few women here on the ships, I could one day become a captain of my own. Can I get an aye?
Aye! Aye! Good evening. I'm Long John Silver, And no, I'm not a purveyor of cheap fried fish, thank you. I am a fearsome and ruthless, yet regal pirate. I started my career as first mate on Captain Willy's ship, but I grew tired of working for Willy, so I started looting booty on my own. I looted a bunch of booty, only the best. Now, I'm captain of my own ship, the Victoria, the most prestigious pirate ship to sail the seas. And I am a far better captain than that worthless Willy ever was. I have elevated the image of pirate to that of a gentleman. There's no reason we can't be marauding murderers and still have a little class. We don't all have to be unkempt and ill-mannered like that social blight of a human being, Willy. But all you hear is Captain Willy this, Captain Willy that. Really, I'm sick of him. Why, he's not even a real pirate. It's mates like him what gives us a bad name. Might I get an aye?
Aye, Long John!
Aye, Long John!
Over.
Oh, the ceremony of the Pirates Council deciding the captain's captain. It's always such a pleasure, but that would be a lie because my late husband Blackbeard was the best captain's captain to ever captain's captain this council. And that's a fact. Too bad he had to die early. Early for a pirate. The sea and the storm called him to Davy Jones' locker. It's such a shame. I never thought his first love would be the end of him. Now, the rest of these scallywags here, they're absolute scum. They were planning a mutiny against me, Blackbeard. Ha! You lot thought I didn't know about that? Your plan to take over and steal all of our treasure maps? Well, something these lot that aren't pirates might not know. Whoever wins the captain's captain title gets their pick of any of our ships. And the dreaded Queen's Anne Revenge, that was me and Blackbeard's, well, it has all of the treasure maps you could want. So, can I get an aye?
Aye, Black Widow!
Now allow me to introduce myself. Yes, avast ye, me hearties. My name is Captain Willy, although some of you might know me by my more informal name of One Eye. That's right, there ain't a pirate out there that knows how to be a pirate quite like me. Some of you may be wondering, well, how did he lose his eye? I will tell you the tale. One day, there I was laying out on the sand when a seagull came up and stole my sheath. Aye, Willy's sword always needs a sheath. So, fought him off with me bare hands, I did. That's right, but he picked out my eye. Aye! Got my sheath back. Yes, I've been captaining my ship now for many years. It's correctly named the Monster. Yes, all the pirates want to take a ride on Captain Willy's Monster, but only the best pirates get to be my mates. I'm also running for captain's captain here at the council tonight, so make sure you vote for me. Can I get an aye?
Aye, One Eye!
Really, salutations, everyone. I'm Captain, Calico. Jack, not captain yet, the first mate, on Captain Willy's ship, the Monster. I take my job very seriously. I keep the Monster running like a well-oiled machine. I chart the maps, I manage the inventory, and I'm going to be honest with you guys. I love bossing the crew around, telling them to swab the poop deck. When I was a boy, I ran away from Mount Sinai Orphanage and snuck my way onto the Queen's Anne's Revenge. That's right, I was working in the big leagues. I did all the other things pirates didn't want to do, but I can show it was worth it. So I know what a clean poop deck looks like. Didn't work out, though. Blackbeard traded me the next port to Captain Willy. Willy's a good guy. He even asked me to be his muscle today. He doesn't trust a lot of people, especially at this meeting. I hope one day, after I prove myself, as it were, my time will come I'll become a captain of my own ship. You know, can I get an aye?
Aye.
Bonjour, everybody. My name is Sergeant Major Phillipe. Most of you know me as a doctor who has helped fix up your injuries. I have spent time on each of your ships. I am, as you would say, talented. I am, as you would say, wealthy. And I am, as you would say, single and ready to mingle. But I get back on course. You all know me. I've worked with all of you, except for one. There is one person here who has never let me upon his ship. That would be Long John Silver. And if Long John Silver is not careful, he's going to find out what they call me, Sergeant Major. Can I get the aye?
Oh.
Aye.
Aye, aye.
I'm the blind. Okay, I'm the blindest pirate that ever sailed the seven seas. Blind as a bat I am, but I am a very good deckhand, the best there ever was. I lower the sail, I raise the sail, I lower the anchor, I raise the anchor, I swab the poop deck. I am the best poop swabber you ever did meet. And I served with the mighty Blackbird, God bless his soul. He was the finest pirate that ever there was, and I miss him every day of my life. He was fair. He was wonderful. But here I am today to find out who the new captain's captain will be, because someone's got to replace him. Now, none of your scum can hold a flame, a candle to Blackbeard, but they had to know what I was dealing with. So I served on each of the 3 Canada captain ships to what's what. Of course, they liked my poop depth swabbing so much. They all wanted me to stay on regular, but I'm still making up me mind. Aye to the blind pew!
Aye.
Hello, my name is Scarlet Reid, and unfortunately I'm married to that drunk, Captain Morgan. Captain Henry Morgan. Look at him, look at those glassy eyes. Lights are on, nobody's home, he's feeling the vibes. But I need him, I do. See, I was once a socialite. I got a boat for my 5th birthday, you see, and I just wanted to be an adventurer. Go all over, but of course I'm a woman, so I can't captain my own ship. So one night at port, I spotted that Captain Morgan. Oh, the hair, the pose, the rum. I'm a bit of an opportunist myself. I figured if I eloped with him, well then he could captain my ship and we could travel around together. I could become somewhat of a pirate myself, work my way to the top. And so I've been sailing my ship, the Tipsy Harlot, with Morgan every year. You know, I want to capture the most treasure, and year after year, Blackbeard wins. Then Willy, then Long John, and then me. Well, I know you gain status when you come out of dead last, but Captain Morgan, he's not interested in work. Now, can I get an aye?
Aye.
Well, hello, everyone. My name is Captain Henry Morgan, like my beautiful wife Scarlet already said, and I am the captain of a small schooner called the Tipsy Harlot. And to tell you the truth, I'm not used to being around so many people that's at this pirate council. It's giving me quite a headache. You see, I used to do a lot of parties on board me ship, and I'm famous for me pose. I'm going to show you right now. See? Right there. It ain't like it used to be, but it still gets the job done. All right, so one day, I had a little bit too much to drink. I was on board me ship, did me famous pose, and I didn't realise my pants was off. So I lost me crew, I lost me ship, I became a laughing stock, and I turned to the bottle even more. So I do supply all the rum for all the ships here at the council. But speaking of alcohol, I was at the port of Margaritaville, and that's where I met me lovely wife, Scarlet. I mean, she's so beautiful, look at her. I figured I might as well elope with her. I mean, she's all hot and all, but it ended up being the worst mistake of me life. All she does is nag, 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 complain, hoshing the buzz and killing the vibes, mate. So it ended up being the worst mistake of me life. That one night at port was the worst threesome I ever had. Me, her, and the 7 Seas. Can I get an aye?
Aye. And I do believe that is all of our suspects. So can we get a final aye for all of our suspects here tonight?
Aye.
Now I think it's about time that we get on with it, right? We shall settle this vote in the old, traditional way. Now, the options for Captain's Captain have been narrowed down to 3 choices. Henry Morgan, Long John Silver, or One-Eyed Willy.
Aye!
Ties now! I need you all to shout out the name of the captain you choose as loud as you can. 3, 2, 1, shout it out!
Captain One-Eyed Willy!
Oh, my, that didn't work at all.
Captain Morgan.
Well, everyone, and now this includes our pirate brethren out there in the audience. That didn't work at all, so I need you all to private message me and Bonny and let me know who you would like to see be our captain's captain. Now, you only have about 1 minute to send me your vote.
Depois me amarraram como se faz com um ladrão. Com um garfo bem afiado me atravessaram o coração. Em uma carroça sinistra me empilharam com meus iguais. Eu nem imaginava, eu sofreria muito mais. Lá, 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 lilás, eu sofreria muito mais. Partiram-me todos os ossos, me fazendo assim chorar. E como se não bastasse, tentaram me afogar. Em um forno me secaram, no moinho virei farelo. Aí eu lembrei com tristeza de quando eu era um pé de cevada amarelo. Lá, 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 lilelo, eu era um pé de cevada amarelo. Foi numa panela quente que minha doçura se acabou. Com tanto sofrimento eu me enchi de amargor. Me prenderam em garrafas, me fecharam em barris. Aí assim chegava ao fim a minha história infeliz. Lá, 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 feliz a minha história infeliz.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1! The voting is closed. Now I would like to thank all of those who voted for me. Although these scurvy lads here don't want to see a woman in charge. Unfortunately, I'm not in the running, but I do thank you for your support. Now, of the eligible contestants for our captain's captain, the winner, by a landslide, drum roll please, Captain One-Eyed Willy! Captain no, Captain
Oh, One-Eye wins again. Oh, thank you all. I swear to be the best captain's captain there ever was. Now, before we go any further, let me take my first duty by reciting the sacred oath. Everyone, hands over your hearts. I must recite the sacred oath. I swear by Poseidon and Davy Jones that I will protect my pirate brothers and sisters. I will be a scourge upon the sea to all of our enemies. I will bring down all the highest walls of all the forts, and I will sink all the ships. Let all who sails the sea fear me, and through me you. Arr! Now, everyone, we all know as be perdition and tradition, perdition, I present the ceremonial rum. That's right, here at the Pirates' Council, anytime you swear in a new captain, there be the drinking of the ceremonial rum between all the nominees. So Long John, Captain Morgan, raise your glasses high. Aye, would be amiss if I didn't say a few words to honor our dead captain. Oh, Blackbeard, oh, poor, poor Blackbeard. He must have been the greatest pirate to ever sail the 7 seas, and perhaps even the greatest captain's captain. But now he's dead. And he's resting in peace in Davy Jones' locker. And I'm happy to say that I will be assuming the role of the captain's captain, and by right given to me by my new role in this Pirates Council, I am laying my claim on his old ship, the Queen Anne's Revenge. That's right. The Queen Anne's Revenge belongs to me now, baby. Cheers! Aye, aye, everyone! Aha! Now let's get this pirate party started!
Bonny? Is something wrong with him?
This pirate party!
What's happening?
Water or something. There's lots of water around here, Captain Willy.
What's going on?
Someone pound him on the back. He doesn't seem to be able to breathe. Oh my gosh, something's going wrong. Is there a surgeon on this here ship? A surgeon? Anywhere?
Yes, I literally in my name, I am surgeon.
Oh, that's right, the foreign man.
All right, I will take a look. Let's see, this man, he is dead!
What? All right. Well, thank you, surgeon, but don't go anywhere yet, because I'm very concerned with the reaction that most of these here pirates had to a great man being pronounced dead. Now, I know that we are all no strangers to violence, or even a little bloodshed. However, I believe when a great man, when the newly elected captain's captain is pronounced dead, he is owed a good murder mystery. Gasp! So, Phillipe, I need you to tell us one more time what is wrong with this man so that people might react adequately.
All right, one more look at this man. This man, he is dead! It is my professional opinion that this man's death was caused by poison!
Poison?
I can't believe it. Thank you, Major Phillipe. Well, isn't this a tragedy? Folks, I don't mean to alarm you, but it does seem that there is a killer on the loose in the ship.
We're pirates, we're all killers, lad.
That's true, we are all killers, but someone broke the sacred rules of the pirate gathering. Pirates don't kill other pirates.
That's right, Black Widow, and you never know. This killer might strike again. So I think we all need to work together to solve this mystery fast. Now, all you pirates out there in the audience, you're going to get a chance to question these here shady suspects. We're all going to be split into breakout rooms momentarily with suspects and you audience investigators so you can interrogate each and every one of our pirates here today. Now, we pirates will be rotating to each room to make sure you have a chance to talk to everyone. But please remember, to commit murder, you need two things, motive and opportunity. Who here would have wanted Captain Willy dead? And who would have had access to the provisions on his ship to poison his rum? You should ask these suspects how they felt about Willy. You should ask them if they can absolve themselves of this murder. And you should ask these suspects if they know anything about the people who are not in your breakout room. Now, everyone, turn on your microphones and video. And on the count of 3, we will begin investigating. 1, 2, 3, let's solve this crime.
Bambert's town in the county down, one born and last July. Down the Boring Green came a sweet Colleen, and she smiled as she passed me by. Oh, she looked so sweet from her 2 bare feet to the sheen of her nut brown hair. Such a winsome elf that I pinched myself for to see I was standing there. From the Banshee Bay to the Derry Quay, from Galway to Dublin town. Made of scene like the sweet Colleen that I met in the county down. As she onward sped, well, I scratched my head and I looked with a feeling rare. And I said, says I, to a passer-by who's at me.
We can't hear you, Privateer.
Oh dear.
Privateer.
Hello, hello, my distinguished guests. Listen, I've gathered you all here from your investigations because I have just arrived on scene, and I am here to help you solve this murder. Allow me to introduce myself. The name is Pete. Privateer Pete. Now, I know you might be worrying because you guys are all a bunch of filthy pirates, some filthier than others, but I'll have you know that I was once a pirate. That's right. They used to call me Wee Pete. Yes, in my days, Wee Pete was quite a party animal. Wee Pete would come out to all the parties, very beloved. But it was one of those ironic names because you see I'm quite large. However, I've moved on. I'm not a pirate anymore. I'm a reasonable man, okay? And I've used something called deductive reasoning. And I've realized something very important, that there was a murder here today, and that means somebody committed it. That's right. Now, look, I know you all have had the chance to investigate all of these suspects here today, so now's your time to communicate who you think the murderer is. I want you to go into the chat right now, and for the next 30 seconds, you'll have time to type the name of the pirate suspect you think the killer was. Go ahead, type it out right now. 30 seconds. Type who you think is the killer. Get those answers in 3, 2, 1. Ding, 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 ding. All right, all your answers are in. Now, look, I've heard from you, but I want to hear from all of the suspects to help us find our killer and have them walk the plank here today. Now, look, everybody, we have a dead man here today, and I understand that we have a doctor that did nothing to try and save his life. Surgeon Major, what do you have to say for yourself?
What do I have to say? I have to say this is ridiculous. I have worked on all of your ships before. I have treated all of your wounds. I have danced with the monster. I have sashayed with the tipsy harlot. I have even had a one-nighter with Queen Anne. But there is one ship that this successful, wealthy, single doctor has not been able to be on, and that is Long John Silver's Victoria. Oh, how I have longed to be on Victoria. Oh, how I have yearned for her bow. Oh, how I wish to be on Victoria. But I have never been able to mount Victoria, because Long John Silver is mad that I worked with Captain Willy. He was mad that I was his surgeon. He looked at me right in the eye, and he said, "Any man who has touched Willy cannot come onto my ship."
Well.
Interesting. Now, Phillipe, you despise Silver, but you had no hard feelings against Willy. You probably do have access to his ship, though, and have knowledge on all sorts of medical supplies and poisons. Well, you know what? It's a sad thing that you hate Long John Silver, because it is likely now that he will become the next captain's captain.
Great. It's definitely going to work out for me.
Cheers to Captain Willy, that one-eyed wanker. Let's hope he has a good long rest on Davy Jones' locker. Yes, it's no secret that I despised Willy. Yes, and now that he's gone, I'm a shoo-in to be the next captain. But I am the only one here who could not possibly have done the dirty deed. Yes, it was committed by someone with brains and talent like me, and yes, I have the intelligence and the motive, but I, of all these pirates, am the only one who has not been on the ship where the provisions for this evening's meeting were kept, and so I am the only one who could be totally innocent. Here's to my innocence, and may the guilty party walk the plank as soon as possible.
Ah, that's a good point, Long John. Yes, you would need to have access to Captain Willy's ship to poison the rum. Now, I understand that there was an election happening here tonight, and I'm curious if this election went along properly, because there has been some rigging of elections happening. Were all the ballots written in and accounted for?
All right. I have something that I need to admit. I helped rig the votes so that Captain Willy could become the captain's captain. It's true. I'm coming clean. He had approached me saying that he was planning a mutiny on Blackbeard for a long time to take the Queen Anne's revenge and thus access the treasure maps on board. But now that Blackbeard was dead, the only way to get that ship and the treasure maps was to become the captain's captain and claim the ship. So he told me, Willy said, if I helped him become the captain's captain, that he would give me the chance that no woman has ever gotten before. The chance to be second in command. He told me if I rigged the vote, he would claim the Queen Anne's revenge and make me first mate.
Ah, mutiny, eh? A plan prior to Blackbeard's death. Maybe somebody wanted revenge for these treacherous plans. Maybe someone like a grieving widow, Black Widow.
Me, but how would I know about his plans for mutiny and to cheat to become the captain's captain? I am a widow in grief, and I came here as a guest of honour tonight. Excuse me, thank you very much. Oh my, heed all this. Gathered here, heed this warning. My ship, the Queen Anne's revenge, is cursed ever since Blackbeard has died, and anyone who tries to take it and its contents will be cursed as well. Explanation for this murder is a curse. Warning to all pirates who envy Blackbeard's things and his ship. You know, I can feel his presence here tonight. I can practically smell his scent, frankincense and sulfur. He sweats this stuff. Do you smell that?
Ah, interesting. A curse on the ship. Blackbeard's presence here tonight. It's my understanding that he was presumed dead at the bottom of the ocean, but his body was never found. Maybe this murder was not committed for something evil and vile like revenge, but perhaps something a lot more innocent. Perhaps this murder was committed for love. And I understand that we have a budding romance here at the Pirates Council here tonight.
Sorry, are you talking about love? I zoned out when all these negative, frightening things were being discussed because I love love, and I would like to use this opportunity to announce my courtship with Calico Jack. Ooh.
It's true.
Well, as first mate of Willy's, he's the perfect man to captain my ship. I may be married, but I am sure that Captain Morgan committed this crime. After all, he knows all about rum. He knows all about poison. I mean, he supplies the rum for the ships. I know that he knows about poison. I have seen it on the ship. Listen, I know Morgan was always a fun party, but he will never amount to anything that doesn't include wearing a Hawaiian shirt and uttering the phrase, "Find your beach."
All right. Hold on just 1 second, you dirty slut. It may be true that I provide rum for all the ships, but once it gets on board, I ain't got nothing to do with it. And the only reason I provide it is because I've got the best taste of all the pirates. But you know, I didn't used to be such a lethargic drunk. I used to really be somebody. I used to have great hair and me great pose. Men would chant my name. I sailed from India to the Americas. I was on my way to being the top captain. And you know what happened? Scarlet happened. All her nagging and complaining and bitching and moaning. That's why I turned to the alcohol for me own peace and sanity.
You're disgusting.
Oh, disgusting. You're the one sleeping around with everyone. And you know why I kept poison on board me ship? It was to poison you, Scarlet, while you was asleep. Yeah, I wanted to get rid of you. What, are you surprised? Well, you shouldn't be. I'm a pirate. I kill people. It's kind of what I do.
All right. Break it up, you two. It's not a crime to consider committing murder, okay? But what about you, Calico Jack? Yes, maybe you had been first mate for Willy for too long, and maybe you killed Willy for a quicker way to make it to the top, huh?
Look, first of all, you know, that's my wife, so let's tone it back a few notches right now. Let's just bring that back. But to answer your question, privateer, no, I'm the best first mate on the sea, and I'm loyal, like to like ride or die, you know, to Captain Willy. You know, yes, I had access to the rum on the ship, but why would I want Captain Willy dead? That plan that Anne was talking about, who do you think was going to become the captain of the monster? Me. Now that he's dead, he can't announce me captain. I'm probably going to get it anyway, but he can't announce it. But you know, there is someone here who is not who they say they are. Before, you know, I found my place with Willy, I went from ship to ship and even worked with Blackbeard himself. You know, Blackbeard, that piece of trash, humiliated me in front of his crew as being the slowest rower and traded me at the next port to Captain Willy for some pirate's booty. And I'm not even talking about treasure or gold. It was just the bag of snacks. I was only 11. I haven't seen him since, but I'll never forget his face. Blackbeard isn't dead. He is here tonight. Blind Pew is Blackbeard.
Oh! I can't believe it.
Oh my! Is this true? Blind Pew, the blindest pirate on the seven seas, is not truly blind. It is actually Blackbeard, the pirate?
It sure is true. And this isn't even a real hook. In fact, a lot of you were all fooled. Not only am I the best pirate who ever sailed the seven seas, but in fact, I killed Willy. And I don't regret it, because here's the thing, he was planning mutiny. And I heard a rumble of mutiny, so I came up with the most brilliant plan that anyone had ever come up with. Ever! I decided to go undercover as the boss of the captains to see how they really do it. Undercover boss, if you will. That would make a good TV show. Note to self for the future. So what did I do? I decided to have me wife imitate me. I got nice cheekbones, you see. It wasn't so hard. So I had me wife play the role of me. I got off at court. And then it was simple enough. A storm came, and I simply faked my own death and emerged as the blind Pew. And then I went from ship to ship. It was pretty easy to see that there were rumblings of a mutiny. But I had to know for sure I'm not a monster, I'm a pirate. I had to get proof. So I got Willy a little bit tippled. We had a bit of a talk, him and me, when he was very drunk. And he revealed everything. You'd be surprised what people will tell you when you're blind. They think your ears don't work just because your eyes don't. A lot of you fools. And I found out what he was planning to do. So I came here to the captain's captain nomination, knowing it was a corrupt process. I should know. I want it myself. And then, as the blind Pew with full access to the cargo load, I went down and I poisoned the ceremonial rum, and I don't regret it for a damn bloody bollocks minute. And then, the grand finale of my plan. I was going to go, after he was dead, be discovered having survived the storm on a desert island. I picked one out in the nude, surviving on seaweed alone, wrapped around me, a sight for sore eyes. Unfortunately, we don't get to see that sight, but I don't regret it a bit, and I'll do it again.
Blackbeard, you aren't going anywhere. You are hereby found guilty of the murder of One-Eyed Willy, and you are sentenced to walk the plank.
That's right!
You're here, everyone! All right,
get him out of there!
Nowhere. And it's with this that I would like to thank all of our esteemed guests for helping us solve this crime. Fittingly, Blackbeard will find his rest resting in Davy Jones' locker. Let's have one big round of applause to all of you helping us solve this crime. And an extra congrats to all of the suspects playing here tonight. Fantastic. Everybody, thank you. We are the Murder Mystery Company. We are the biggest murder mystery company in the United States, performing public and private shows to mostly parties and team building events. And now that things are maybe opening up, if you want a friend, relative, or boss killed, please give us a call. And also during the crisis, we have a mystery that takes place over Zoom, so you can have murder with your friends from a long distance. Now, our websites here will be linked in the chat, as well as the planetconnections.org website. Now, if you enjoyed tonight's performance, please feel free to leave a donation for all of the artists involved. You can do that by going to the Planet Connections website, www.planetconnections.org, and we'll get the donation out to them. Those of you who would like to stay and chat with the cast, please hang out with us all and have a drink. Thank you all for joining us. Have a great rest of your night.